Jim Goodwin said he was going to clear out the club, and so far he's keeping well on his promise. Emmanuel Thomas, also known as Jet, also known as absolutely fucking shite up front, has been told he can leave Aberdeen. He's effectively been released. He's unlike Andy Considine. He's not been told he's away at the end of the season. He's just been cut up right now. His contract has just been ripped apart, put in the paper shredder. They should have done this 10 months ago, and it would have saved them a shitload of hassle. One of the worst signings I can remember in Scottish football in history. Emmanuel Thomas, in his 25 appearances for Aberdeen, he has scored one goal. One goal in 25 appearances for a guy that was brought in to be a striker, a guy that was brought in to fire Aberdeen to glory, and he scored one goal in 25 games, and that one goal did come in a League Cup appearance. He couldn't even score in the Premiership. 15 Premiership appearances, 0 goals. Simply not good enough. And with Aberdeen cutting their contract with Emmanuel Thomas, that means they are going to have to pay him some sort of severance package. I mean, he was on a 2-year deal, so he's more than a year left on his contract, and he's not just going to leave the club for nothing, so Aberdeen will have lost even more money. It's not official yet how much they've used to pay him off, but you would have to assume that maybe somewhere around the ballpark of, I don't know, maybe 30, 40, 50 grand even, potentially, Aberdeen have wasted on getting rid of Emmanuel Thomas. You could argue perhaps they should have waited till the summer where they could have sold him, but would anybody want to buy him? That's the question. Would anybody want this guy? Based on his performances this season, absolutely not. So he joins Andy Considine as the two recent players then to be told that they have no future at the club. I expect more players to be told the same. Looks like Jim Goodwin is serious about what he said. He is going to get rid of the deadwood, and there is a shit load of deadwood at Aberdeen. Having a horrendous season, did not make the top 6. It's a far cry from the team that they were just a few seasons ago. Had Derek McKinns, were doing well, we're reaching the latter stages of cups, we're getting to some finals, even won a cup. We're challenging at the top of the table, always in those European spots. Apparently that wasn't good enough for them. They went down the route of Stephen Glass, and the glass is literally shattered for Aberdeen, because since then it's been shambolic. Can Jim Goodwin turn it around? He couldn't do nothing this season. All he had to do is beat Ross County at Pittodrie, and he could have got Aberdeen a European spot. That would have put them into the top 6. They would have had a decent chance of claiming a European place, but they couldn't do it, guys. So, you know what? It's going to be a lot of hard work. It's going to be a big summer for Aberdeen. Not only have they got a lot of players that they need to get rid of, they need to bring players in. They need to get a lot of improvements here. I think Goodwin's going to have to make about 7-8 signings at least this season if Aberdeen want to be competitive next year. But yeah, Emmanuel Thomas, I thought he had an okay first year at Livingston. I thought he'd done alright, but it wasn't spectacular, but he wasn't shocking. But no, for Aberdeen, absolutely, just did not work out for him. Terrible, lazy, just looked unmotivated, didn't look fit, didn't look like he could score a goal, and based on his stats, it looks like he couldn't score any goals. So Emmanuel Thomas is the latest player to leave. Not a lot of news elsewhere on Scottish Football. If there is, I'll bring it to yous, and that is it, guys. Until next time. The herd has been thinned. The sheep have lost a member. Peace.